The cult of holy thugs is a brotherhood of spirits. When they were alive, they weren't exactly criminals. They stole, but to give to the poor.
They weren't like today's thugs. They're only interested in defending their home turf.
They stole from the rich to give to the poor. They broke into trucks carrying food, then they brought it to their neighborhoods and gave it to the people.
This statue represents the spirit of Ismael Sanchez, a famous gangster from the 1960s. His followers say he has immense powers. They give him offerings and ask for his advice.
I sit here, I smoke tobacco, and I speak to Ismael and the other spirits, just like I'm speaking to you now. And in the smoke and ashes of the cigar, I'll get answers to my questions.
Gang members say Ismael is a saint who protects and indulges them. He's their partner in crime.
If we do something bad, he helps and looks out for us. Once, I was having problems with some other guys. I saw Ismael in a dream, and 3 days later, they were all killed. I don't know who killed them. It wasn't me, but these guys would have killed me. It's thanks to him.
What happened to your friend?
I got shot.
He was shot by people trying to steal his motorbike. But he will walk again. He'll walk again.
I have to believe. Faith moves mountains.
It's not only gang members who honor the dead Robin Hood of Caracas. Venezuela is in crisis. Daily life is about survival. The shrine is never empty.
Many of us rely on them so that nothing bad happens to us, so we always have a little something to eat. So we're protected. Because at the moment in the streets, crime is out of control.
Shalom, let give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, let give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim pushing his word across the four corners of the earth. And as from that short video clip you saw, that our people over there in Venezuela are doing pretty bad right now. And the so-called Venezuelans are from the tribe of Asher. So right now they are facing the worst economic crisis in its history. And instead of coming to their true powers, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, they continue to resort to those false deities. And they counting and hoping on them to help them in their distress. So the more they continue to pray to those false deities, the more Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to cause more agony, more pain, and more distress upon them, and rightfully so. So this is an account of an angel of the Lord talking to our forefather Isaiah. And this is Isaiah 6 and 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, the Israelites, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes. And that's talking about their spiritual eyes. That's why 2/3 of the nation of Israel cannot come into this truth. No matter how simply and how plain you break it down to them, they can't understand it, they can't get it. It's just like it just go right over their heads. And that's an angel blocking them from understanding this truth. That's why King David prayed in the book of Psalm how to make this table become a snare unto them. You know, so, and as a snare, make it become a trap. So that's why when you try to talk to a 2/3, you know, let them know about the word, things of that such, you know, it's just really pretty much just condemning them instead of converting them coming to this truth. And that's why King David prayed a psalm to go ahead and, you know, just make this truth come a snare upon our people. And in the book of Lamentations, 3rd chapter, Jeremiah did the same thing, you know. This is the book of Psalm 96 and 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua made the heavens. So the gods of these other nations are idols. They're false deities. They're worthless. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they associate themselves with the heathens. Therefore, they are considered heathens as well, like it mentioned in Romans the 9th chapter. For they are all of Israel, which are not of Israel, which meaning they come from the physical stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But spiritually wise, they're not Israelites. They want to associate themselves with Esau, Ham, Japheth, Elam, the list goes on. They don't want to associate themselves with their true heritage as Israelites, but as the other nations. This is the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and the 18th verse. What profit the graven image that the maker thereof have graven it, the molten image and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols? And that's all these other guys are. They are dumb idols. They're worthless. They're pointless. Verse 19, woe to him that said to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it should teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. Right, it's no breath. It's like no spiritual guidance on their right-hand side by trusting into these deities. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is going to destroy those deities. And this is Micah, the 5th chapter. And the 12th verse. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Soothsayers going to that witchcraft. Messing with those spirits on that left-hand side. And that's what, throughout this video clip, you're going to see a lot of those Venezuelans are doing over there. It says, thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thy hands. There you go. Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is going to destroy all these different deities and images all across the four corners of this earth. And these other nations and also our people going to know who the true power of this whole universe is, and that's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They're going to get respect back on their names. Yeah, so throughout the video clip, you're going to see when the Venezuelans say, they pray to the dead. But according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he's a power of the living. And this is Mark, the 12th chapter, and the 27th verse. He is not the power of the dead, but the power of the living. Ye therefore do greatly err. So you go into the word dead in the Greek. Necros. Right here, you see for the definitions, it says metaphorically, spiritually dead, destitute of a life that recognizes and is devoted to the Most High because given up to trespasses and sins, inactive as respects doing right. And that's a pure example of those people over there in Venezuela. They are inactive as respects doing right. They worshiping other gods. They really praying and hoping and counting upon these deities to deliver them out of their situation. And that's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is destroying them over there. And he's going to do the same thing to America. Because the times that we are coming into, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, he's saving the best for last. And that's America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great. So we see that economic crisis that Venezuela's going through. And you're looking at that like, wow. Like, the Most High is really turning that place up. But wait till he get his hands on America. Venezuela's going to look like a cakewalk compared to America when all hell break loose here. So those of our people in that same mindset over here, like as it is in Venezuela, they're going to catch it bad as well. And that's what we hoping for, man, because we tired of seeing our people continually disrespecting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? We ready to see him, start putting judgment on these people. And we seeing that now. At the beginning of this year, we seeing a lot of judgment putting on our people. And rightfully so. And I'm starting 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? Yahweh Basham Shai is going to deliver his hopeful elect. And Lord willing, that's us. But those of our people that want to continually stay here, they want to continue to worship these different gods, worship the American dream, worship themselves, worship this materialistic bullcrap. Yahweh Basham Shai is not going to be with them. And it says it right here in verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers should stand in fear. The beginning of evils, bad times, man. What should I do when these evils should come? And Lord willing, Yahweh Basham Shai keep that spirit upon us that we hope and count on him. Trusting Yahweh Basham Shai with all that heart and lean not to thy own understanding. But do you see those people over there in Venezuela doing it right now? No. And you see what's happening to them. That's just a small glimpse of what's going to happen to America. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So our people in Venezuela, they not being mindful, okay? Maybe this is a higher power warning us and letting us know we need to get our act together instead of worshiping these different gods and deities, you know? Just maybe we just need to worship our true power, Yahweh Basham Shai. But as it says right here, but for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So they're going to continue to get their ass killed over there until Yahweh Basham Shai, you know, if there is any elect over there, he's going to deliver them out of that turmoil. But the rest of those Venezuelans that want to continually, you know, worship those guys, you know, they're going to be for the famine and the plagues and the tribulation and the anguish. So through this whole video clip, I hope you all be edified. Like, give all honor and glory again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash. Again, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you sincere brothers. Shalom.
A few tombs along, the followers of the holy thugs watch over their shrine. They know the cemetery and its secrets.
Back in the 1930s and 40s, people were buried with their jewelry and gold. So criminals, that's what they are. Look at the dates of birth and death on the headstones. And they open the tomb to take out the gold and sell it. They're in on it with the guards. They share their booty with them.
Most of the old tombs have already been desecrated. Finding gold is rare. But the grave robbers haven't given up. They have a new trade. The cemetery is home to witchcraft, which requires human bones.
They take the remains out of the ground. The skull's worth something, each finger's worth something, a hand is worth something else. It's unacceptable. We bury the dead so that they rest in peace.
It's a big day at the cemetery. Next to Ismail's shrine, his followers are inaugurating a new one. It's dedicated to the spirit of Elizabeth the Thief.
She was Ismail's friend. He carried out his deeds with her.
They're playing drums so that spirits show themselves and enter the human body.
In Venezuela, Christian, indigenous, and African belief systems have been fusing for centuries, constantly enriching the mix of saints and spirits to worship. The holy thugs, faithful followers, have not swapped Catholicism for spiritualism. They say the strength of God and the powers of the spirits work together to protect them. In Caracas, you need all the protection you can get. Helped by alcohol and drums, a trance takes hold, and the spirits start to talk.
The spirits want to deliver a message, and that's why he's in this state. They have not yet delivered the message, but it won't be long.
Today, the spirit has come from a long way.
My misteri bendici, bendici la cammine della world della life. E sea my misteri bendici. E sea my father, my mister odi bendici a toda la persona.
It's the spirit of Eric the Viking. The Vikings used to cut themselves with razor blades and broken glass.
Ven a mí, a dar la bendición a todos los presentes. Que todo enemigo oculto, visible, invisible, que está ahora en este santo momento.